AI powerhouse Nvidia will hit the $1,000 mark soon. Now, how soon will that really happen? Let's talk about it. Welcome back, guys. AI powerhouse Nvidia announced its highly anticipated fourth quarter results on Wednesday. Thomas, you said it yourself in the news that just dropped on MarketBeat. Nvidia had another mind-bending quarter of growth and raised guidance. Give us the fresh details.
Well, yeah, to call it mind-bending, you have to put this in perspective. This company outpaced consensus estimates again for like the fifth quarter in a row by 750 basis points. Revenue is up 265% year over year. This kind of stuff just doesn't happen with established businesses like Nvidia. But basically, all segments are performing well. Automotive is the only one to be down compared to last year, but it was still up sequentially. So we got some normalization there, helping to support the real growth drivers, which really is the data center business, which grew 409% over last year. I mean, that's just, it's mind-boggling. But then again, the guidance was also better than expected by 1,000 basis points. This story is one that is exploding. We're still early in the discovery phase. I think that NVIDIA could continue to perform like this for the next few quarters until we get a better idea of what kind of money businesses are spending on AI.
All right, now analysts were slow to issue the first revisions, but now they're rolling in here. Fill us in on those. Why are the analysts overwhelmingly bullish on Nvidia, and what does that maybe signal about the company's future market potential?
Well, I mean, they're overwhelmingly bullish because of their results. The company is growing at a ridiculous pace. This is a new industry evolving, not just a flash in the pan. So once we get through this bubble phase, NVIDIA will still be performing at this high level. And it comes down to margins too. The company's margins expanded significantly. We have triple-digit margin gains. Earnings are up 486% adjusted. Its cash balance doubled. So I see NVIDIA reaching this new kind of phase in its own life where it might be able to start paying a dividend that matters and
Mhm.
repurchasing shares significantly.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
this was one of, oh, sorry, Lacey. I think this was one of those earnings reports. I can't remember the last earnings report that I can think of that was this closely watched, and just
Mhm.
how it just seemed like the market was on kind of a razor's edge going into this. And I think the report just did, it gave analysts permission now to bid it higher, because I think they were just really concerned that, I think everybody expected NVIDIA to have a good report. I don't think people were expecting it to have the report that it had and the guidance it
Right.
gave. And that just
Right.
gave analysts all the cover they needed to move the stock higher.
There was such a high expectation. I mean, the market was ready to sell off on the
Yep,
slightest sign of weakness. We
Mhm.
got no sign of weakness and every sign of strength that we could have asked for.
exactly.
Okay, so there's always going to be challenges and risk, though. So, what might Nvidia be facing on its path to further growth?
Man, I don't know that I can see one right now. I mean, maybe if they can't meet demand, but right now the market is so huge, even if they lose market share, they're still going to continue to grow. Um, Maybe the analysts bid them up too high and there's going to be a significant correction.
Yeah.
But right now, I think we're still in this phase where next quarter's results, they could outperform, they could raise guidance again, and then outperform that again in the next quarter. So this is
Right.
a
Yeah.
right. This is it's a momentum play. It's for the market as much as for the business.
I think you're making a good point, Thomas, because I keep hearing, and I don't deny that this is true. I keep hearing that there is a lot of businesses that are saying, okay, NVIDIA is really good, but we want other options
Mhm.
when it comes to AI chips. But I agree with you. I don't necessarily think that takes market share away from NVIDIA. I think it's just making the pie bigger.
Right. I mean, variety is the spice of life. If NVIDIA's chips make AI great one way
Yeah.
and AMD's chips make it great another way, if
Yep.
you merge those two things together, it's going to be super duper great.
Yep.
So,
Okay, so these results are sending shares to new highs, but how much higher can they go? How soon could Nvidia really hit that $1,000 level?
I mean, it could happen any day, really, the way the market's been going. All it will take is for enough sentiment to build up enough feeling that the stock is going to move before the people can buy it. That FOMO, that fear of missing out, that could drive the stock exponentially higher very quickly. But I would say within the next couple of weeks or months, uh, right now, the easy analyst targets are at 1,000. Some are well above that level. So I think 1,000 is an easy target by mid-year.
Okay, guys, a lot of exciting things to cover on this one. Is there anything else that you want to add?
Well, I think we talked about the cash and the potential for dividends and share repurchases. I think that'll be a real game changer for Nvidia because it'll get all of the name chasers and the story chasers to be compounded by buy and hold investors, and that'll really solidify the market.
I think what the NVIDIA report is saying is that we're still in the very early stages of what AI is going to look like. And I think that when you have companies like Meta and Microsoft saying, we can't buy these chips fast enough, I think that really is telling investors that, again, we're not at the end of something, we're at the beginning of something.
Right.
And NVIDIA is at the beginning of that.
Right. Right. It could be next year before we see a significant correction in the AI market. Just give them a chance to catch up on chip demand, give the infrastructure builders a chance to build the infrastructure, and then see where we are.
Yeah, I mean, eventually it'll mature, but that day is not today.
Right. Exactly.
All right. Well, as Nvidia edges closer to the $1,000 milestone, the question remains, how will this tech titan continue to shape the future of AI and computing? Stay tuned for more updates. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Thanks, guys.